guys, welcome to another family English video. My name is Ksenia and today we're talking about the third conditional. And this is John and he will help me to tell you about it. So yesterday was a very important day for John. He was supposed to have a very important job interview in the morning. Then he wanted to meet his parents at the airport, and after that he wanted to meet with his girlfriend and ask her to marry him. Very important. But what happened? As usual, his alarm clock didn't go off. And everything that he planned didn't happen. So he wasn't on time for the interview. Then he came too late at the airport and his parents went away without him. And then when he came to a restaurant, his girlfriend didn't wait for him and also she went away. So nothing of this happened. But what would have happened if his alarm clock had gone off? Что бы произошло, если бы его будильник сработал? That's where we will need the third conditional. So why do we need the third conditional? We use it when we think about how things could have been different in the past. So we imagine the real situation, like John had a job interview or he wanted to meet his parents. It's a real situation. But we make a hypothetical conclusion. We imagine the conclusion, how it could be different. Something that could be real but probably didn't happen. Like he didn't have an interview or he didn't meet his parents. So that's where we will need the third conditional formula. It looks like this. After if, we use past perfect. That is had plus the third form of the verb. And in the second part, we will need would, have, and the third form of the verb. Instead of would, we can also use could or might. So the examples. If he had woken up on time, he would have had a job interview, but he didn't. That's why we use third conditional. If he had woken up, we use past perfect. And in the second part we use would, have, and the third form of the verb. The second example. If he had had his job interview, he could have met his parents, but again he didn't meet them. So past perfect, had, and in the second part I used could here instead of would, and have met. And the third example. If he had met his parents, past perfect, he would have proposed to his girlfriend. Would plus have and the third form. Okay. Some more examples. So I guess many of us have this thought in our minds. If I had studied English or French or other language in childhood, I would have saved a lot of time now. That's a good example of the third conditional sentence. If I had studied, I would have saved, but I didn't study, so now I have to spend time to learn it, to study. And another life example, for instance, you were at a party and you had such a great time, but you ate or you drank too much, so in the morning you think, if I had eaten less, I would have felt so much better. But I didn't. I ate too much, I drank too much, and now I feel bad. Alright. So this is all about the third conditional, and now you're going to listen a beautiful song of Adele. Pay attention to the third conditional examples and see you next time. Bye bye. Never would have hitchhiked to Birmingham if it hadn't been for love.
Never would have caught the train to Louisiana if it hadn't been for love. Never would have run through the blinding rain with that $1 to my name if it hadn't been for love. Never would have seen the trouble that